We're here at the Shard, one of the great disruptors of the London skyline, to talk about different approaches of workspace, particularly in the co-working space, how it's affecting us in our work-life balance.
The workforce and the way it's made up is changing.
We're ripping down those models, and actually the job of the company is to empower the individual.
Technology is going to start to enable people to work in a very different way.
But little seeds like this can actually start a wave of different thinking.
And once you have data, you can't ignore it. You have to listen to it, and I think that's going to be disrupting.
You have a greater number of people making decisions about where they're going to work, about what makes them productive, and about spend decisions effectively.
The disruption is going to come from the fact that asset managers and landlords and people who are building buildings have to take a very different approach to it and have to put an employee experience at the centre of what they're building.
We're going to talk about digital disruption. The definition of that is when the existing business models of existing services and sectors are disrupted by digital technology or business models.
The average 15-year-old today will have 17 jobs across 5 different sectors within their career.
We look at a range of different options for the consumer, so the people that want to use space. The size of the market is about 22 billion, and what we're talking about here primarily is co-working service office space, i.e. the commercial businesses where you can choose to buy a desk, a room or whatever on a monthly or yearly basis.
We'll talk about some of the case studies that are out there to take some of the ideas back to their leadership team and really disrupt what they're doing within the workspace.
Because of technology, people don't have to be on the doorstep with clients.
Everybody is creating technology that allows you to be connected to everybody at any time, that work from anywhere concept.
Actually, what they're striving for is the idea of Wi-Fi not spots, so zones where they can escape and have a moment to pause and reflect.
On the workspace side, we just need to design in something as flexible as possible to enable us to continue to adapt to that change.
It's really about aligning those values of an organisation and the individuals.
One thing I've taken away is not just to assume that we're going to go with one way of planning offices going forward.
It's the sort of the moving on in terms of how you use your space and the best use of that space.
The concept of, open plan but make it work for the company rather than just open plan for the sake of open plan.
I think the key thing for us in our industry is around data and how we take data and what we do with it. So not only the digital end of how you capture it, but then what to do with the information that's coming from there.
We're hoping with events like this that people take away some great ideas and start to circulate with their team members what it is to be disruptive.